fighting until we're dying. Every single time we fight. KTT!
This motherfucker right here, man. Bibiano the Jizzboy Fernandes. Now let me preface this video by giving Fernandes his due propers. He's definitely got valid mixed martial arts skills, and his record is one of the most accomplished in the featherweight division, with his only 2 losses coming from 2 of the greatest featherweights of all times. But that paper record doesn't excuse him from acting like a bitch. So let's fucking do this shit. Most people's introduction to Bibiano Fernandes came during his clusterfuck of a fight against Kid Yamamoto. This debacle is often used as a reference by JMMA detractors to proclaim Japanese refereeing incompetency and the shortcomings of holding MMA in a ring. But the only thing this fight should be used to reference is how fucking insubordinate and unnecessarily dissentious Fernandes is. Had I written a song for this nonsense, a key lyric would have been, "Bibiano, learn how to act. You don't push forward when someone's pulling you back." And putting on a smug fucking face doesn't help your cause at all either. It only makes you look like more of a butthorn. It also sets an ugly precedent for the rest of the fight. Now the ref wants to embarrass you as much as you tried to embarrass him. There's no doubt in my mind that some IRL trolling was going on here, as revenge for Fernandes trying to punk the ref. All of this would have been easily avoidable had Bibiano simply started in the proper position and not tried to ram his way into Yamamoto. After chilling in Canada for all of 2008, Bibiano Fernandes, who it's important to note resides in Canada and speaks English, returned to Japan in 2009 for participation in the Dream Featherweight Grand Prix. After a somewhat lackluster fight against Takafumi Otsuka at the extremely lackluster Dream 7, a travesty nearing Silva Leites levels occurred at Dream 9 between Fernandes and footlock pimp Masakazu Imanari. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this epic letdown of a fight. There's a pretty sweet ankle lock by Fernandes. Excellent taunting, that'll definitely win you a fight. Hey, Fernandes manages a restart, now that's amazing. You can make the case that it's all on Imanari for refusing to engage, and trust me, Imanari gets equal scorn for me in this fight. But after Fernandes proved early on that he was more than capable of brutalizing Imanari while in his guard, Fernandes should have been following Imanari to the mat and working ground and pound the whole fight. Instead, Fernandes is too terrified of Imanari's jiu-jitsu, too complacent to eke out a decision victory, and too willing to pompously stomp around while insinuating that all the responsibility lies on Imanari. Avoidance should not win you a fight under any circumstance, and unfortunately, that's exactly how Fernandes won this fight. Coming into Dream 11, I was certain I didn't want Bibiano Fernandes to win the Grand Prix. Of all 6 possible champions, Fernandes was the least appealing based on his previous fights and general style. I felt uneasy that a man who had been awarded 2 yellow cards through 2 different fights during the Grand Prix would be deemed the best fighter of them all. My ill feelings solidified in the pre-fight weigh-ins, when Fernandes gave an accurate display of his personality and irrational thinking. Fernandes is first to speak, and what kind of enthralling, ingenious comment would he make?
See you tomorrow, bro. I will give my best.
You'll do your best, huh? Well, alright, I was hoping that you would give me that cookie-cutter bullshit. My motherfucker Joe Warren, what's up? Can you redeem this moment?
Hello, thank you. Happy to be back to win my first belts in front of the Japanese audience. Look at Bibiano, looks scared as shit to me. I'd be scared to fight me also. So tomorrow, get ready for the most violent fight you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Showing Bibiano what a real asshole looks like. Time to defend your honor, right? What? What are you saying, Bibiano? Are you agreeing with Warren and telling him that it was impolite to punk him out like that in front of everyone? Are you laying down some extreme challenge? I have no idea because I can't fucking hear you. Let's see how a true badass would handle a similar situation.
One more thing. As you may or may not know, my friend Buddy already declined the MMA fight with me. So I'm just waiting for any of the other fighters to step up. MMA fight, you're always welcome. Thanks very much.
Bada, please, if you'd like to respond. If he gets through the first fight against Teixeira, then I promise that he won't make it 2 until 3 minutes in the kickboxing ring with me this time.
Now that's cold-blooded. With Badr Hari, I know exactly what he intends to do, and he knows that we will hold him accountable if he doesn't come through on his word. A very courageous act. For all I know, Bibiano was telling Joe Warren that he would grind his fucking ass for 14 minutes and 45 seconds before breaking his arm in half, which would mean that Bibiano took the easy way out, submitting Warren in the first minutes. To seal my negative feelings towards Bibiano, he wants to keep talking shit after the fight was over. That's fucked up. It always endears me to a fighter to see them squash any beef that they have with their opponent at the conclusion of their fight, win or lose. But with Bibiano, he would give me no such satisfaction. In the finals, I finally saw a glimmer of hope in Fernandes. He fought hard and actually put on a decent showing, but I think that could be mostly due to Takaya's really pushing the pace in the fight. The decision was an absolute travesty. Takaya clearly won that fight, especially when you take into consideration the Japanese judging criteria and the fact that Takaya worked harder to finish the fight in the second round. Even more indicative of the outcome of the fight was Fernandes' inability to fight at Dynamite 2009. Takaya was good to go, even though he supposedly lost the fight in October, yet Fernandes, the supposed winner, was too jacked up to make a showing? Fuck that nonsense and fuck Bibiano Fernandes.